Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to my channel one more time. Channel. Just kidding. Okay, so this video, I actually wanted to make this video yesterday, but then I was like, well, I will make it later. The reason was because this audio from this video, Imran Hosein, was not coming. And so I was like, okay, whatever, I'm not going to be making the video today. So today I decided to make this video. And in this video, I was shocked to see his support, his level of enthusiasm, his level of spunkiness in terms of rooting for Russia to win this war. I mean, it is just unbelievable what he was doing. As you can see, he's oscillating on his chair. But here is the thing. That's beside the point. But Imran Hosein, he's very, very dangerous, very, very dangerous, and I think he is so mistaken. With all due respect, you might be a big follower of Sheikh Imran Hosein, and for you, he's like the blind follower. A lot of people follow him blindly. Whatever he says is Quran, is Hadith. If I give you a Hadith that contradicts Imran Hosein, I can guarantee, I can promise you, a lot of people will say Hadith is wrong, Imran Hosein is right. This is the level of blind following our Ummah is going through right now with a lot of shuyukh. So my purpose is to challenge you, and I challenge Imran Hosein, his narrative about this Russian war. If he wants to debate with me, I am more than happy to do so. So talking about the debate, I have few actually pictures that I want to show you so that you have some idea before I explain a little bit more. Number one is this picture. As you can see, Imran Hosein, he is a big opponent when it comes to the Saudi regime, and according to him, they should not even exist. They're supporting the Zionists and whatnot. And to him, I want to say this is what you see on the picture, G20 summit. On the left side of it is who? MBS, Mohammed bin Salman. And this is his favorite man, the man of the whole world, the man who can never be wrong. This is Vladimir Putin. Now, Vladimir Putin is this is not a normal high five. This guy is very, very serious. He's very, very happy to see MBS, and if he needs, Putin will prop up Saudi regime. On the other hand, you have Imran Hosein, who talks very much emphatically no to Saudi regime, saying that these are Zionist regime, they're part of the Yahudi regime, they're bad people. And then voila, his own man Putin is shaking hand with MBS. So that is number one thing I want to mention to you guys. Whoever is following Sheikh Imran Hosein, your Sheikh Imran Hosein, I want to ask you this: if he is so against MBS, and he's saying this and that against Saudi Arabia, if he is so much against Saudi Arabia, then why his man is giving him high five, seeing so happy? Even right now, Putin and MBS has a very good relationship. The reason MBS is not pumping out oil for the Western countries is because of Putin. MBS is saying, and Mohammed bin Zayed also from Abu Dhabi, their logic, their rationale is that why should we pump out more oil? What did Russia do? They actually abstain saying anything about negatively about Putin and his country Russia. So again, these people, they do support Russia, MBS, and on the other hand, well, I'm not holding Imran Hosein accountable for what MBS is doing, but definitely his narrative, the way he wants to add things up, Sheikh Imran Hosein, doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Putin, if he's the guy, he is the best guy according to Imran Hosein, Putin will never shake hand with a person like MBS who is being despised by Imran Hosein again. Number two picture I want to share with you is, take a look at this picture. This should, well, I mean, open your mind. Just think about it. This guy, okay, this picture, as you can see right here, okay, right here, is who? This is Putin, and he is meeting with Netanyahu. Now, the relationship they have, obviously right now Naftali Bennett, is the same relationship. So even though Netanyahu is not in power, but Russia's relationship with Israel is still the same. In 2018, they did a business deal worth $1.9 billion, Russia and Israel. So going back to Imran Hosein, who is so much against the Zionists, Yahudi and this and that, he always blames Israel. And so if he is blaming Israel, how come his man, I'm calling him his man because you know why? I'll mention that in a second. Don't remind me if I forget. But okay, leave a comment if I forget. So his man is going to shake hands with number one with MBS Mohammed bin Salman, who Imran Hosein is against. Then his man goes to shake hand with Israeli head of state Naftali Bennett or Benjamin Netanyahu, makes deals for worth billions of dollars, and then Imran Hosein will come on the camera and say, oh, Putin is the guy. Okay, so now why did I say he's guy? In this video, this video that I just played, Imran Hosein sitting on the chair, he referred Putin is us. We did not go to Ukraine. We did not want this to happen. We, like, who are we? According to him, the we is you, me, Putin, Imran Hosein. Means there is no difference. The way Imran Hosein portrayed Vladimir Putin in this video, it is as if Putin is a Muslim guy, Salahuddin, who is going to Ukraine, going to the Western countries to conquer them for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal. This is how he gave the impression, Imran Hosein. This is the impression he gave. So listening to him, you will feel like you are listening to a lecturer who is praising, glorifying a man, Putin, who according to him looks like the only thing he did not say about Putin is that he's a Muslim. Other than that, he said everything. Okay, so number 3 points that I want to make mention of, dear brothers and sisters. In Syria, the Muslims, especially in Idlib, situation is so bad. You have probably not seen, but I have seen it with my eyes, how Russian forces dropped bombs with parachute in order to be precise and very, very effective for the detonation to take place. This is how they treated, and they're still treating the Muslims. Okay, let's talk about another point. Okay, so let's say, you know what, Putin is really not that bad. He's not really doing anything in Syria. Okay, let's forget about that. Do you know what Putin is doing? Putin is clearing the skies for Israeli Air Force and IDF. They go to Syria, a Muslim land, and they target the Muslims. Wherever they are, whenever Israel will consider a target to be legitimate, whether it's a Muslim, non-Muslim, obviously they are Muslim, living in Syria, they target them, and Russia says, yeah, go ahead and do it. We don't care. This is Imran Hosein's Russia. They not only bomb themselves, the Syrian Muslims, Syrian people, they also allow other countries like Israel to go in there to do the same thing. Even the munafiq, the hypocrite of the Ummah, the Shia, even they go to Syria, fight against the Sunni, our brothers and sisters. So Imran Hosein is supporting a man who is the main reason for all kind of evil taking place in Syria. He is the only man who put him. But for Imran Hosein, no. Putin, oh my God, my beloved, oh my God, anybody say anything against him, he's a schoolboy. Why are you so infatuated with this man? I don't understand. Okay, so let's talk about the last point. Putin wants to establish Russian Empire. Russian Empire is the third largest empire in the history of mankind. You heard it right. Number one of them is British Empire, the Mongol Empire, and number 3 is the Russian Empire. In terms of obviously the size of the country, the land they conquered and whatnot, Russia is the third largest empire. Putin, according to many experts, you can disagree with them because they're Western and I don't really trust them either, but if you take a look at Russian past history, you will see Russia was an empire, and Putin, he made a statement back in April 2014, I believe 2005. He made a statement saying the biggest geopolitical disaster happened when Soviet Union broke away. And this is why he is in power now for more than 20 years. He wants to bring back the former Soviet Union, put them all together, make Russia an empire that will rule over part of the world. Part of the world. He knows he cannot rule over the whole world because US is there, China is there, but he wants to rule over part of the world. He wants to become a king. This is what he wants to declare himself. I'm the king of this region. You know, the Persian Empire, Roman Empire, if you remember. Okay, so the last point is that his excuse to go into Ukraine 2014, he could have gone there by now, kick out NATO, because he always says, oh, NATO is a big problem. Okay, NATO is a big problem. Why did you not get rid of NATO, or why did you not establish permanent base back in the year 2014? Do you know why they went to Ukraine in 2014? To grab part of Ukraine. You know, they annexed Crimea, if you remember. So where was your problem with NATO then? Now all of a sudden NATO has become another issue? Okay, what's next? Do you know what is next? Turkey, Poland, and many other countries. Just sit and watch. But anyways, I am in this war invasion of Russia to Ukraine. I am against it, but I do also at the same time acknowledge that the West has become very, very stubborn. They are becoming very, very stubborn. So if Russia wins this invasion, going into Ukraine and whatnot, I would be okay. I don't really have any problem with that. I hope this will end very soon, because wallahi, this is a lot of fitna. It's a lot of fitna, a lot of tests, and a lot of Muslims are suffering. We want peace. We want peace. And inshallah, may Allah give us peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.